This is Channel Eyes. That is Tiki Toki. Right?
That's correct.
Am
Your
I live?
live TikTok.
Hello, guys. Happy Friday morning. I don't know why people always say happy Friday morning. Well, maybe they don't to you guys, but they do in our world. I find it weird. This is Grumpy Gardener at Home. Thank you for joining us. This is our bi-monthly show, so we do it every 2 weeks. Don't even know if that's correct. I'm on a roll. I just want to say thank you. Welcome for joining us. This is us in our home at Grumpy Gardener. We do want to do Grumpy Gardener in the garden at home as well. I'll be completely honest with you. It's just a little bit too cold, and even though people say, well, you're northern, you should be all right with it. I don't like the cold. It's horrible, and I don't want to be outside for an hour. So we're going to be inside, and hopefully in 2 weeks' time, the weather absolutely massively picks up. I just want to be able to tell you that we've just got an entire show offer today. So everything that we're going to show you just on this show, there is 7 items in total. We have got a 20% off code, which is BEACH, which is BEACH. And the reason for that is we're going to be telling you and launching our brand new liquid seaweed plant food. I'll tell you about that later, but the code is BEACH, that's BEACH, and that gets you 20% off everything in this live show, just for people who have tuned in. So thank you very, very much for tuning in. Thank you for your continued support. I've always said this at Grumpy Gardener, we are the typical cottage family business, really. We started 14 years ago. My dad had this one idea for a product. We ended up on Dragon's Den. We did get offers. We did turn them down. I don't think the Dragons had ever met a mid-50s Yorkshireman before. That didn't really end well. But if you ever want to look that up, that is the wheelbarrow booster with Dragon's Den. We started 14 years ago, and we've been going from strength to strength ever since. We're very grateful for the support that we get from people, the trust that we get from people. We love feeding our wildlife. As we go into the season, we're going to be showing you around garden tools, garden planters, garden care. We've got a whole range on Grumpy Gardener and on the TikTok shop, which you can purchase. So the code is BEACH20. That's B-E.
No, it's not. It's just BEACH.
Blumps. It's just BEACH, and that gives you 20% code off, which is BEACH. I do apologise. And for those people that are watching about 5 days' time and say, why doesn't the code end? It ends on midnight Sunday. So that is this coming Sunday. It ends. If you watch after it, I'm really, really sorry. The first product I want to be able to tell you guys about.
We've got a few hellos before you get started.
Go on then.
So we've got Amanda says hello.
Amanda, hello Amanda.
Jill says hello and thank you for the starling proof feeders. The starlings have gone.
I reckon I've really done you a favour there, Jill, because I know you really like that. My dad's got 2 up in his garden right now, and he really likes it as well. Can I tell you how much hate I've got because my old man doesn't like starlings? And I mean, everything is God's creature, which I appreciate, but unless you're a vegan and you don't wear leather shoes and you've never driven a car or been in a plane, then yeah, all right. People don't like starlings because they eat all the food. I'm sorry, you can still feed the starlings with other feeders. If a person that doesn't really like me for saying that, I'm not sorry. But yeah, cheers, Jill.
We've got Linda says happy Friday, everyone.
See, how is it a happy Friday? It's grey skies, Linda. It's like 5 degrees. It just rains 24/7. There's duck ponds where there shouldn't be duck ponds, Linda. So sorry about
that. And Pauline says good morning. She's been looking forward to this and watched everyone so far.
Thank you very much, Pauline. We appreciate it. If you guys, apart from Jill, we know she loves a starling feeder. If you guys have purchased from Grumpy Gardener before and you want to be able to tell us what your favourite tool is or whatever your favourite bird food is, please do so. It stops me rambling, keeps it interactive, and we do like to talk and hear from you. And if you've got a problem, fire it our way. I can only give you my own answer. It might be right, it might be wrong, but we have a little bit of experience. My father was a landscape gardener for 30 odd years. He did drag me out of bed from when being 10 years of age, from in school holidays to weekends to go and help him. Not gonna lie, I think between the 13 to 15, 16 mark, I really struggle to get out of bed and sometimes didn't make it. But I have tried to pick up some of his knowledge and I will try to impart it with you guys. Yeah, Tracy?
Yeah, sorry, just got a few more. Margaret says hello. Good morning. Pauline says, looking forward to the offers on the bird food.
Yeah.
because she always buys your bird food.
Oh, thank you, Polly.
And she's got absolutely loads of house sparrows.
Has she? Oh,
Yeah.
I like house sparrows. They're very, very cute. Thank you, Pauline. Right. Shall I move on to the first product?
Yes.
Right. So this here is our 12.5 kilogram box of fat balls. This is probably one of our massively hero products here. It's approximately 150 balls. It's made in the UK. It's made of beef tallow. It's made of sunflower seeds, and it's made of peanuts. About 25% sunflower seeds, 25% peanuts, and it's got beef tallow in it. This huge box here can be an absolute lifesaver for the birds. It is standardly around £40, I do believe, give or take.
It's $44.97.
$44.97, right? So with a 20% off code just for today, it is
$35.98.
$35.98 with free postage as well, which is a great deal because this is a product that has really, really brought us to the fore at Grumpy Gardener and when it comes to bird feeding. So these are our fat balls. Many people know these. Many people know how I go on around about these. I'll be completely straight. If you've never seen us before, you've never heard about bird food. There is good bird food. There is bad bird food. There's good food. There's bad food. I couldn't live my life in a fast food restaurant. I really couldn't. I wouldn't feel well afterwards. I like good home cooked food. This is good home cooked food. This is all the nutritions, the energies and the proteins and the carbs for the birds that you want. And I'll show you the difference here. This that I'm wiggling, this is a garden ready shop bought fat ball. You get them from garden centres. Sometimes they've got chalk in them. Sometimes they've got glue in them. Sometimes they've got fillers, sawdust, you name it. It is basically the worst of the worst. Think about eating out of date potatoes. You're not far off. This Grumpy Gardener fat ball here is a completely different colour. You can see the whites for the peanuts. You can see the black for the sunflower seeds. Every different type of bird loves these. And that's why we're passionate about these. And if you look at your weather app, we get warm weather for a couple of days. And then we're back down into single figures again because it's the UK. And I don't know what they're doing to us right now in the UK, but it is not the best. But I want to show you what the Grumpy Gardener bird food can actually bring you. This was our bird feeder in the summer of last year, actually. And can you see that? That is my most favourite ever bird there. I named him Sylvester. He's a boy. He's a spotted woodpecker. And you know he's a boy because he's got a little red cap on the back of his head. The girls, they don't have the red marking. The boys do. They're a very skittish bird. You don't always see him. Sometimes you hear him if you live out more in the countryside, and you can just hear him hammering against like a telephone pole. But in reality, these are a skittish bird. I love that bird. It is so beautiful. It's magnificent. They need looking after. They're very, very strange as well because they are traditionally insect eaters and traditionally they go into the barks of the wood. What a lot of people don't know about woodpeckers is their beak ends, say here, for example, but their tongue goes out here. And I think Sarah was telling me that their tongue is so long that it actually is used in the cushion of the back of the throat for when they're hammering away at things. And it's why it doesn't give itself bird damage. I'm going to have to check that, but I'm sure she told me that as the truth.
Just to confirm, It is the deluxe mix fat balls.
Is someone trying to buy the gold ones?
Sorry, I don't know if I've added I've added the wrong one. That's me. The golden fat balls I've added.
Wow. All right.
I've made a mistake.
Can we quickly rectify that?
If you give me a moment.
Right, well, I'll fill them. Right. I'd say turn around. Well, these are going to be 20% off. And if you give us a few minutes, we will make sure these are 20% off. So these roughly go down from roughly £45 to £36. But whilst I'm talking through this, let me show you this. This is the big difference between a gold fat ball and a normal fat ball. And sorry, a gold fat ball. I'll start again. This is the difference between a garden ready fat ball and our fat balls. This garden ready fat ball, if I get a knife and I try to cut into it, and eventually I will try to cut into it, this is what you're getting inside, guys. This is all there is. It's anemic. There is some type of seed in there. There is some type of, there's maybe a little bit of filler in there. It's chalky. It's hard. it's solid. Could you eat a well done steak? If you can't get your knife into it or your fork into it to cut it, this is a big difference. That is the fat ball there. It's no good whatsoever. In all honesty, if you buy these, then you might as well just be chucking your money away. You can get them so cheap, and there's a reason why something's so cheap sometimes, and that's especially the same when it comes to food. That is the big difference. If I open up the Grumpy Garda fat ball here, and I cut into this one, which is a lot softer, and I'm going to have to make sure it doesn't crumble everywhere. Look at this here. Look at the difference. You've actually got real peanuts in there. You've got sunflower hearts in there. You've got beef tallow in there. This is soft. This is moist. This is crumbly. This is something where the birds can just grab a bit and they can go. It breaks up so easily. And that's important because birds are quite skittish, as I mentioned earlier. You see a bird and it jumps onto a fence top and it looks around, especially robins are like that. And the reason being is they're always, smaller birds are always under attack from cats or larger birds, predators, etc. This is a big thing because it means they can grab a bit and they can go again. They can grab a bit, jump into a safe place. They can grab a bit, put it into their gullet and digest it later. With this chalky piece of rubbish here, which is no good whatsoever, they can't do any of that. So not only is there a longer perch time where they're more vulnerable, then they also don't get the good food. So that is 150 deluxe fat balls that we're offering here. And we sell through different platforms, but we've sold something like 25 million individual fat balls. They are really worth their weight. They're about 80 grams in weight. And I'm just wondering how much you can see that I'm actually padding out until Tracy is.
Okay, we're all good. I'm just checking the code was right.
So
the right code.
So we are good. So remind us of the pricing one more time, will you please,
okay,
Tracy?
Well, I'm not sure that it's right, so I'm going to double check that.
The pricing. This is good, is this? I thought £40. Am I right? She did £40. Tracy's panicking, guys, but don't worry. I mean, these things
all behind the screen, so you can't see.
I will tell you as well. In about 5 minutes' time, my mini doodle is going to go nuts, and she's going to go barking at the door and jumping up and down. And because we're very professional on that side, it's because Sarah's coming back from dropping Isabella off at drama club. So I do apologise about that in advance. But what I can do is I can move on.
You're correct. They are $39.97.
Yeah, and so they're basically just about £32 then, yeah. Give or take. Yeah, for £40, 20% off, £32 with a few pennies here and there. That's even better, to be fair. So that's free postage on the deluxe fat balls. If you've got some gold ones with 20% off anyway, well done to you. But that's free postage, £32 for 12.55 kilogram of the fat balls itself. Are you right there, Tracy?
Yeah, I've got a message.
Yeah, go.
Although I'm not quite sure. Hi Joe, will you be selling the weighted cage separately to fit the original feeder without the weighted cage?
We won't right now, I'm sorry. We have purely sold that to one other customer. They have got all our stock and we haven't got like the cages ourselves. I don't know what we're going to do in the future. We will potentially look at that, but right now, I'm sorry, that is not on our little radar. I do apologise. It's just how things move. So I'm going to move these on. These were £40. They're now down to £32, 12.5 kilograms. The code is BEACH, BEACH, and that gives you 20% off. So thank you very much on that, guys. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to move on to something I'm really quite excited about actually. Just move that there, put that there. Right. Here we go. This is a bit different. This is liquid seaweed. So this is something that I discovered last year. Really passionate about it. I like it because it's a natural substance. This seaweed is cultivated. I'm just going to move this box here. This seaweed is cultivated off the shores of northern Scotland. I met this guy. I actually don't even know how I met him. Called Kevin. A really nice guy. He's a bit of a mad scientist. And he lives in Wales. And he believes in the ecosystem. He doesn't believe in killing anything. Slugs, snails. He doesn't believe in killing anything. And he believes in looking after society. This is a plant food which is a bit different. And the reason why it's different is lots of plant foods are synthetic. And excuse me a second, because that will be my doodle. I am just going to go shush her. Yeah. Just chuck the dog out. This is a plant food which is all natural, as I should say. And natural foods are obviously the best thing for anything in nature, be it plants, shrubs, fruits, trees. It's absolutely great on this side. A lot of people buy plant foods and they give a lot of power, energy to a plant. But the problem is that can quite easily burn a plant out. Adding plant food to a plant, especially synthetic plant foods, is like giving a toddler a few cans of Red Bull. It just goes, it burns them out. If you want something that is suitable, a lot more suitable to 9-10 centimetre pots or plants that you're looking to establish, it is liquid seaweed. This is a litre bottle here. It dilutes to 10 times itself. Yes.
Sorry, can you also mention that anything you're selling is available on TikTok separately?
Yep, everything is available on TikTok and it is on the TikTok shop as well. I apologise, I forgot about the TikTok people as per normal. But yeah, you can get everything from our streaming services or you can get everything from TikTok. So this is liquid seaweed, as I said, cultivated off northern Scotland. Think about this is what's classed as a biostimulant. That means it goes into the ground and it helps roots develop naturally, stronger. Whereas synthetic products, plant foods, they are instant high energy, which is great, bang, but it can burn your plants out, can kill plants as well. Also, if you're looking for something where you want to feed plants in a more natural way, especially house plants as well, you can dilute some of this, put it into like a little spray bottle. I'm not going to say this one exactly because this has got some cleaning chemicals in it, but a clear spray bottle like that. I didn't have a spare spray bottle, but you can put it into a little spray bottle and you can actually spray this on your plants, so house plants and say like your tomatoes, your fruits, your other plants, and plants ingest a lot of nutrients through their leaves. That is the best way to do it. You can't do that with synthetic products because it causes scorching. This won't cause scorching. This is completely different. I just want to show you what it looks like as well. So I've got this in here. I've got my little liquid seaweed. I've got myself a chopstick. Sarah's going to be really happy about that. They're Bella's chopsticks, right? I'm just going to pour a little bit in here and you can see how the water will change colour. And this is purely something that, can you imagine, like, you know, when you used to go to the beach when you were younger and you used to like kick up or you saw loads of seaweed going around? This is what you're getting here. This is purely seaweed itself. It's seaweed powder. It's been cultivated, liquefied in a form, and then put this in your watering can. Put this into anything that you can actually apply water into. Put it into a spray bottle, and it's great. This will give you 10 litres in total. So it's great on that side. So if you want something which is natural, if you want something that's going to give long-term strength to your plants, if you buy a lot of plants and you burn them out, this is great. So if you want to get this on TikTok, on the TikTok shop, you can. If you want to get this through other means, then that is not a problem whatsoever. It's a great product. It's brand new to us. It's made in the UK, cultivated off the shores of Scotland, and we think you guys will love it. If you give this a try, you're going to see growth underneath. You're going to see strong root systems, which will give you better fruits, better plants, especially for like you're going for like tomatoes, etc. this year. This is definitely something for you. You right there, Tracy?
Yeah, we've got some comments.
Go.
Linda is showing off. First of all, she says she loves the programme, but she says they've got sunshine.
That's just showing off.
It is, isn't it?
Outrageous.
She says that everybody's so really natural, which is what she likes. We've got some messages on Facebook as well.
Go on.
Just wait for them to load and think about it.
I can't boil the kettle because there'd be too much noise. So I presume you made this for me.
When you were not here. Yes.
Preemptively.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's people replying to it. Though Steph says hi.
Hello, Steph.
Monica says hi.
Hello, Monica.
And Monica says she bought some liquid seaweed for feeding her houseplants.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, you missed Monica last show, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Oh my God, what are you doing? Not doing it.
Well, she might have done, but she might not have called her out. But yeah, dilute it into a little spray bottle. Spray it onto your leaves for your houseplants, and that is the best way. Are you smelling the seaweed?
Oh, I wondered if it smelled like the sea.
Oh, I wonder if seaweed smell like the sea. But spray it onto the leaves, and that is the best way to actually ingest on that side. What product are we moving on to, Tracy?
So next is the cutting tool.
Ah, the mulch tool. All right, fair enough. Okay. All right, gonna put this
What
here.
can I get for you?
You don't have to get me anything.
I also want to say hello, a special hello to Anne Murray, who's a long-term friend, or what am I trying to say? Long lost friend.
Long lost
who's
friend.
As the founders on this, yeah.
This year?
Yeah.
Alright, fair play. Right, so everything in this show is 20% off with the code BEACH, which is BEACH. I believe this is about £15 normally on the website.
That's correct.
That is correct. So 20% off takes this down to £10.
12.
You're gonna. Education really worked well for me. This is down to £12. This is our multi-cutting tool. This is like scissors on steroids. I'll just purely walk you around it for a start. This is a razor sharp blade here. It's an anvil cutting device. It's actually got a locking system here, and if I just turn this around, I'm left-handed. I'm lefty. This has got spare blades inside the actual case itself, which stays inside the handle. What is also great about this is if I pull this forward, I can actually retract the little anvil part, put it together, and it becomes
Use it as a box cutter.
Box cutter or anything that you want to be able to sharpen and open.
Would you strip your stems with that as well? Could it be a stripper?
No, you can't do that. But I want to show you.
This is why I just do plant pots.
I want to show you how sharp this is. And I mean, this is seriously sharp. It is razor blade sharp. So if you want something where you do want a box cutter, or you want to be able to, something, maybe you've got that clam packaging on the plastic, those plastic stuff that you get nowadays. This is great for anything that you really struggle to open. It is massively sharp on that side. It can be used to be able to cut wire. It can be able to use to cut stems. It can be also used to cut floristry. This little bit just pulls in, pulls out on that side. It is great.
Stop saying on that side.
Would you like to take over?
No, I'm good.
Are you going to go now?
Yeah, I'm going.
All right.
I've got my coffee.
It's great on that side. Right, she's got my coffee. It is scissors on steroids. It's a great cutting tool. It is razor sharp. Just to show you how sharp this is. This is thick cable wire, and look at that. That is absolutely ridiculous. If I can get through this, I can get through most things. I reckon that's about 5mm thickness itself. That works so well. Also, one thing I do want to show you, if you can actually come in a little bit, if you can see the blade, it's a different colour. If I swap it around here, you can see it even better. That is a wire cutting tool. The amount of times with scissors or secateurs or something, you've actually tried to cut a wire, you don't always have to do it, but sometimes you need it, that there will do the job for you. So you can use it as a box cutter, you can use it as a clamshell cutter, you can use it as any type of cutter. This actually pulls in, pulls out on that side. If I just pull this here, and I've now got Tourette's, I've seen that side, sorry, I'm lefty, and then look at what it can cut through. So it can cut through things that are that thick. Absolutely brilliant. So if you want something which is more heavy duty than your scissors, which is on 20% off with the code BEACH, which is BEACH, this is a great tool. It is industrial, it has got more weight to it, but this is where your scissors won't actually ever let you down again. Just use this, and should the blade ever run out, you've got 2 spare blades that you keep inside the handle itself. Absolutely brilliant. So that is our multi-cutting tool. That's the first time it's actually been on air, and it's the first time people have seen it through Grumpy Gardener Live at Home. And I think for £12 for a heavy-duty industrial tool, we think that's absolutely great. Are you right there, Tracy?
Yeah, Pauline says hello to Sarah.
Hello.
Sarah is sat behind the cameras, on the sofa, on her phone, drinking my coffee.
I am watching you on.
Oh, all right. Well, that's great. What is our next product, please, Tracy?
Okay, so next we have the planters.
The planters. Okay. Shall we move it down and move around?
Yeah, I'm coming.
Go on.
Want me to carry a camera?
I'm getting used to it.
Oh, you can.
Wow.
Will you put the cat down? He does
Well-
not need to be in every show.
He came in and he also gets moany.
Sounds like someone else, you know.
Yeah. Go on.
Can you stand closer to them?
Here?
Yes.
Okay. Right. So these are our ribbed 16-inch, we're calling gradient planters. Now there is 4 colours in total. I think there's a sage and I believe there is a red as well. I know on some of the colours we don't have huge amounts of stock. These look ceramic but are not ceramic. These are purely exclusive to our website. No one else has got them whatsoever. You can't buy them anywhere else, and you get it in a set of 2. You can get these on TikTok, on the TikTok shop. It is up and running. I keep forgetting to mention the TikTok people. I do apologise.
Maybe just use the word TikTok. It might be more helpful.
Aye,
Do you know, I don't know what I was watching. Someone else said TikToky.
Oh,
on something I saw.
did
and
it
I
not make
just
you
thought,
cringe?
Someone come and save me. But these are great planters. These are great for your established plants. If you've got roses, rhododendrons, camellias, you want something that can actually have a great root system. If you want something that's not too heavy, that looks like ceramic, these will be good for you. These are a little bit of stock that we actually sent to America a couple of years ago. So this is the reason why we have these, and we have these only, which you can get through a TikTok shop or you can get through the other channels. What price were these normally, Tracy? I love doing this with Tracy because
I think you need to staple a price list to his head.
So they should be £35.
Right.
And with the code BEACH, they're 28.
£28. So £28 for a pair. So we've got in here, we've got the blue, we have got the grey, and there is a sage and there is a red on the website. These are great because we're going to come into that time where it will start getting into spring, where it will get lighter. I think it's something like 58 days and the clocks change back, thank the Lord. That's what we're looking for. We will get better weather. And as soon as we get better weather, we want our gardens to look nice. We want them to, you want those focal points in your garden. You want your plants and your planters to look really nice. But I don't want to go to a garden centre. I don't want to have to pick up a planter that looks like this, which will be about £80 by itself, which will be really heavy, which will crack in the frost, which if it falls over or it topples for some reason because of the wind and a bigger plant, that it breaks. I want something like this, which has got a little bit of give, which is still, it's got the right weight on it this side, which has got great depth. £28 for a set of 2 is absolutely brilliant. And for the people that think I'm not shaking with TikTok, it's not me shaking, it is this little man that keeps pushing himself up against the camera. So I do apologise, but he's an attention seeker. But Sarah, you like these, don't you?
I do. I like the blue, the fact that it looks like it goes from a dark navy up to a teal, but it blends really nicely. I like that colour. It's quite an unusual colour.
Why don't we just get Sarah? We'll just bring Sarah in here. And Sarah can stand that side of them. So she's standing in front of the planters.
I can't get you both in when you
Why?
do that.
All right, well, there we
Well,
go.
choose who you like the most.
Okay, Sarah.
There you go, princess.
Thank you. I'll take the
That's-
leaf out.
That's Sarah's favourite colour is the grey. I can all that.
Yeah, it is. However, because we bought a house that's already very, very grey outside, I think I would now choose.
Would you? Go for
Yeah.
that colour.
I just struggle with too many colours in the garden. I like to just pick 2 or 3 colours and stick to that.
All right.
Whereas you, well, it's like,
I like
it's like a blooming fairground.
I like multitude of colours, but I think for £28, so that's a 20% off, which is normally £35. So for £28 for 2 4-strike planters, these are 16-inch planters, by the way, which is just roughly about 40 centimetres across. You can get these obviously on the TikTok shop. You can get these through other channels. These are great, but you need things that are lightweight. The amount of times that you fill something up and it's too heavy and too big to move is no good. These are definitely the future. Garden centres are trying to do these now. Other stores that you go into, you'll see this forced ceramic look. They started about 4 or 5 years ago, and we're going to take credit for it. It was us that brought it to the UK. Then they all jumped on the Groupie Gardener bandwagon.
Absolutely.
I'm taking that one. That one is true.
No, it's true.
The world, wow. The world becomes a smaller place really quickly, and these are great. So these are our design. They're a 2-tone effect. So you get like the deeper colours here, you get the lighter colours here, and then you go back to the darker part at the rim. These are our blue. You've got the sage. Sorry, you've got
No,
the
I'm
grey.
a grey.
There is a sage. There is a red. So if you're starting to plan your garden, if you're wanting to go out into your garden when the weather does start turn nice, get these now at an absolute great price. And then when it does turn, you're good. You're instant ready to go. If you do get your thirsty plants, like your hydrangeas, like your roses, I like roses. I do try to grow roses. We've got some in the back of the bedroom.
Are they wild roses or something?
One of them's what people call a dog rose. The other one's the more established
Dog
rose.
rose?
They call it a dog rose. It's not going to be there.
Wild.
Well,
Well,
Tommy
all
Cross-
flowers wild.
no, not all flowers are wild. What about the flowers that you get from the garden centre and put in your garden?
Well, they've come from somewhere. They've come from the wild. Whatever.
What is next,
They've
Tracy?
been manufactured in a lab, have they?
No,
And
no
there's
flowers.
maybe.
No flowers are manufactured in a lab.
That's what I'm saying. They're all natural, wild. Anyway, let's move on.
So yes, it's the squirrel-proof feeder.
Right, you wait there. I'll bring this here. Lab, you're on.
Oh, shut up.
Right. So, was it Gillian asking about the cage at the beginning? So, someone asked us earlier if this actually comes with a cage because we've started selling a new one on another platform which has got a cage on top. This is the original. This is our squirrel-proof feeder. This is absolutely great. It's a huge tube here, which means you can have a lot more bird seed in it or feed. I say sunflower hearts or soy pellets in this. It's got a locked top here, so it's got two buttons here and here, which means squirrels can't get into it. It's got the baffle here. It's got buttons here at the bottom here and here, which means you can pull it apart and clean it. And then it has got weight assisted purchase. So if a squirrel does get anywhere near it, then it closes the hole. So if I can just bring this closer to you guys, to the TikTok people, if you can see this here, anything over 110 grams will cause this to come down. So when squirrels try to get over and lean on it, it goes down. If a larger bird tries to get onto it, like a adult starling or a crow, a jackdaw, a magpie, this will happen. It's got 3 feeding ports all in total. It's great. You can get this in sage, you can get this in black. It is a brilliant feeder. It does stop the squirrels, which is good. It does put the bigger birds off. You don't have to go out and feed your feeders every
That
2
was what
minutes.
I was going to say, because Joe
Yeah.
goes away a lot, and
Yeah.
he'll send me a message going, I hope you're feeding the birds.
Yeah.
But where he's put the bird feeders, it's quite an effort to try and get to them. And also I don't like touching the bird feeders when they've been out in the weather and bird poop and stuff like that. So anything like this would be great, because it could probably last the whole week without needing to fill it up.
Do me a favour, you hold that there a second. I'm going to pull up a video. So we tested this out, and we actually found, well, we got lucky on video, is we actually saw a squirrel trying
Trying to get into it,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, so if I type in Grumpy Gardener, squirrel-proof feeder, then you should be able to see it in absolute action, which is great. Here we go. And can you see this here? Oh, the cat shouldn't go there. If you can see the squirrel there, it's trying to get into the top. You can see that there. That is locked. It is metal as well. Absolutely no chance. There's a baffle down below. I mean, we were quite lucky to get this. And it's not like this Kevin just has one go. He definitely has a fair few goes. And he'll go find food elsewhere. And eventually, if you can see that, bang, falls down onto a bed of nails into a...
Joe!
All right. It was a moat of crocodiles. What?
Well, all wildlife was fine. We feed everything. Stop being such a...
Do you like rats, Sarah?
No.
There you go.
Okay,
I
so-
kill them, which someone's being anywhere near me.
Amanda's asked a question about can you make a feeder for robins?
Yes. Amanda, anything that's got like a bit of a flat surface is what a robin is best to feed for. Robins can feed off this. I guarantee you that because I can send you videos of robins actually using this. And the thing is, with robins, their feet, it's all about their feet. So the feet actually can only grip like this. Blue tits, great tits, others, long-tailed tits, they can cling on to stuff like this, which is why you see birds like side on. Robins can't go side on, they can't grip properly. But because this is like a wider base here, this is suitable for a robin.
A lot of the nutpecker houses, the polyresin houses, we
Yep.
made sure they had flat platforms.
Yep.
So like the cottage and the airport and things like that, they've all got the flat platforms so that the robins can do that.
Yeah, and that's what it's about. Or mesh trays or anything that you want like that. Things with robins is I've never had this, but robins that can almost become domesticated. So I've seen
I've seen pictures of people holding out food.
Yeah, people holding out food and a robin jumps in. I've got a video of a jar of nutpecker and a customer's just held the jar of nutpecker and a robin comes in, jumps, eats from basically the hand jar of nutpecker and then goes again. They're absolutely amazing creatures. If you go onto online, if you go on TikTok or if you go onto other places, you'll be able to see robins like that. The thing about robins is, and this is for people that don't know, and I don't mean to be doom and gloom, a robin can easily live 9 to 10 years in the UK. That is not a problem whatsoever. It just needs good food source and it needs not to get into a fight with another robin because it can get quite aggy, can robins. Robins have been known to actually peck and have fights with their own reflections in mirrors and stuff like that. It's like basically, it's your Uncle Roy that's just had too much to drink. Sorry, I've gone off on
You
that.
actually do have an Uncle Roy, so is that the name you meant to use?
Great, thanks for that. Thanks for that. He's definitely not watching, so I'm safe. But robins can get quite territorial, and the biggest cause of death is either lack of food or, unfortunately, when they actually have a scrap. Robins live right now in the UK an average of something like 13 months. That is it.
Or they can live 9 to 10 years.
Yeah.
So what's that, lack of food source?
Lack of food source and other predatory things. I think the longest robin is like 16 years of age has been recorded.
Okay, so we've got a few comments.
Go on.
Eve's asked what the discount code is.
Beach.
Beach.
BEACH, and that is 20%. That will take this from 30 to 24, if I am right.
Correct.
Bosh. Okay.
Okay. Jill says that the robin eats from her styling-proof feeders and it's adorable.
Cool.
And Amanda says that the robins are very tame where they are.
Yeah, they are. And the thing is about robins as well is when it gets really cold, and if there's a food source, you can easily see 2 or 3 robins in like the same little area. Territorially, they'll try and look after an area the size of like 2.5 football pitches. But if they've got food and it's cold, they decide they can't be arguing with each other, so they don't so they don't have to fight. You know what I mean?
I don't know that.
Yeah. Also, we're getting to the time now, as we're going into February, March, where it's going to be pairing up season. So mating season. So they pair up. It's called a pair.
Oh.
So they are looking for a mate on that side, and an average bird like a robin, I think it can survive off like 15 grams of food roughly a day, something like that. 15 to 20 grams of food. When they have their chicks, mummy robin and daddy robin, they actually share feeding responsibilities, and that food consumption goes up to around 240 per day. So they do need a lot of food, especially when they start having their chicks. Just ravenous little so-and-sos, aren't they? So this squirrel-proof feeder, I'll walk you through it again. It was £30. It's £24 right now. You can get it through TikTok or our other channels. Just to show you this itself, if I can show you, these are the buttons here at the top, so it cannot move without pushing these buttons in. So until a squirrel grows thumbs, we're pretty safe on that side. It is a metal top as well. This tube, this can hold roughly about 1 litres worth of food, kilograms worth of food. So those small feeders, which I am honestly going out every day and filling, and because it's in a raised bed, and then when it gets icy, I am taking my life into my own hands, but I'm jumping up onto the raised bed, onto the wall, filling this tiny little feeder. I should just use this, but I haven't yet. We've got the squirrel baffle here, which obviously helps. And then we've got these 3 perches here, which are suitable for robins or all other birds. And if a fat bird comes along or a too big a bird comes along, can you see how that closes and stops on that side? So
you think it's like a Weight Watchers feeder?
It's a
if a fat bird comes along, it's gonna.
yeah.
You've had enough. You're out.
This is less cake for the bigger birds, and that's what it is. Oh, the squirrels. Yeah,
The only thing I would say about this feeder is what it's intended for and how it works is fantastic, and it will work, but be very mindful of where you're putting it, because if you're putting it somewhere where there's a ledge or there's something that a bird can hover on or a squirrel can hover on. I don't remember anyone ever remembers the Carlsberg adverts of the squirrel with the Mission Impossible music.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, if you sit and actually watch your garden, like you will see how intelligent they are and how much they'll come back and keep trying and keep trying. Don't give them a platform near this.
Yeah.
They will figure it out eventually. You'll get some birds that will hover, but they won't do it for long.
But yeah.
It's impressive.
We
But yeah,
did get an email once of this guy saying your squirrel-proof feeder doesn't work.
I knew
right?
you were going to bring this.
Yeah, it put it 6 inches away from a wall, so the squirrel had learned to like balance on 3 like on
flat wall.
flat wall. He learned to balance on like his 3 of his feet, and then use one just to put his arm into the hole and grab some food. I mean, sometimes you just got to say bravo. That is not the feeder failing. That is the person failing. And obviously, when I sent that back and said that, then it didn't go down well, and he demanded you shouldn't call it squirrel-proof anymore. And I'm like, well,
Obviously, love resistance.
yeah, well, it's Grumpy Gardener, so you know he could do one in the nicest way. It wasn't the right thing to say. It wasn't. There was nothing wrong with squirrel-proof feeder. The squirrel had figured it out. The squirrel was smarter than him.
Stop
That's
talking.
it.
Stop talking.
Right, I'll stop talking. All right.
So shall we move on?
Yeah.
We'll move on. Okay. Just to remind you again, just before we move on with these planters, they were £35. If I just bring these quite close up, you get a set of 2 here. They were £35 for the 2. They're in 4 different colours. They are 16-inch planters. They are now £28, so that's just £14 each for a set of 2. And any orders that are made for our other channel, from our standard channels, £30 is free postage. Obviously, you can get these on TikTok at the discounts as well. Just to let you guys know.
Remember in our last garden, we had a patio and we did have some in this colour. So we got cushions to go on the outdoor furniture that match the colour. That looked really nice. I do like the teal look, so you can go with navy or teal to match with these. I think this one, I quite like these. Do we have a lot of them?
Yeah,
So I can't have them.
let's see how many we've got. I don't know. We'll move back here. Okay. How are we doing for time?
We've got loads of time. You're actually ahead of schedule for a
Right.
change.
We don't normally do that. I really wanted my coffee, by the way.
It's lovely.
Amanda said they've got 2 pairs of breeding birds in their garden, and they're quite. I think she must mean the robins. And she says they're quite happily share.
Yeah.
And just where you were saying about the squirrel-proof feeder, Amanda said the clue is in the name, but we love you, Joe.
Thank you. Yeah. Right. I'll move on. This is our dirt angel. This is something we really should be showing you in your garden. I completely appreciate that. And when it does warm up, we will show it in action in the garden. This has been a brilliant tool for us. So we launched this about 3 years ago. It really does depend on where you live as well, that way you can maximise this. We live in the Midlands right
So
now.
you're talking about what kind of soil you have?
Yeah. We live in the Midlands, and wherever we've lived in the Midlands, it's been this clay, claggy, horrible soil. This, as a digging tool, is absolutely second to none. It's a great weeder. I'll just show you.
I was going to say that.
I'll just show you. If you can see that, it's got a point here, like that low V shape. That's great for popping out weeds. It's great as a point of contact for digging. It's got a serrated edge on one side. It's got a sharp edge on the other side. And if I spin this around, it's then got like a mattock edge as well, like a proper sharp edge, which, because this has got its weight in the head, you don't need a lot of power, but it goes down and it cuts itself. All right there, Choo Choo?
Stop it.
You know what I mean? I'm not going to behead my cat, I'm not going to do that cat. But this is a brilliant digging tool. It's also slightly longer than like your standard hand tool as well. So it just gives you that ability just to be able to use a little bit more force, a little bit more gravity, a little bit more physics, just to be able to do that digging. So if you want to start planting up, or if you want to be able to plant in that soil which you're really struggling with, this is brilliant. If you want to clear some of the debris in your garden, or some things have overgrown, or some roots have shooted out, or you get suckers that come across, this is great for chopping.
Can you use that for edging and in between patio slabs or not?
Yeah, you can use it for that.
This is why I think this is a great idea to do these shows, because if I went to a garden centre and saw that, I'd use my common sense for it's meant to be useful, but I probably wouldn't be making full usage of all the things you can use it for.
Yeah, true. And what is also important as well is the handle's just this circular ergonomic handle. So it is left-handed or right-handed, but it's really comfortable. The amount of times you get a garden tool, you know, these like rustic looking ones, and they're wooden, and they cost a lot of money. But then you use it for 5-10 minutes, and it's actually hurting your hand out. It's causing
Calluses.
causing blisters. You need something soft and comfortable, and this is great. It is great for it. You come to join
Oh,
me.
and I only like to step off in. Tracy just told me I wasn't in it. I also thought that was a bottle opener, but that could be my issues.
Yeah, that's not a bottle opener. It's a happy face though. It's for these holes are for like when you're sifting through soil, and if the soil gets finer, it actually doesn't just drag everything. Actually, some of the soil can actually push through as you go through the other way.
Aerodynamic.
So, aerodynamic, if you want to say. But it's a great tool. What was it, Lucy? Lucy works for, sorry, Tracy.
So that was £15.
Yep. Which means it's £12.
Correct.
So I'm not making that mistake again. So 20% off with the code BEACH, which means it is BEACH. That'll give you 20% off. So if you do want to purchase this is £12. I don't believe you can get this anywhere else, period, apart from through our channels and through the TikTok shop.
When we first started doing tools, the whole point of tools was to make sure that they were multifunctional and that they didn't exist. Our sort of itinerary, our
mantra,
motivation was to reduce the amount of tools you have in your shed. So Joe used to go around car boot sales and pick up all the old tools, because you are really literally reinventing the wheel. They already exist, but we can do it a better version. So he used to go and get one tool like this and then show how many tools it would replace. So it's there to make sure that when you're out gardening, you're not like, oh, I should have gone and got this tool, and you're having so many outside. So there's many reasons why we make sure that they are multifunctional. But I can't speak multifunctional.
Functional.
Oh, I'm so sure.
This is good for your harder soil. So if it has been lower temperatures, which we're going to get to like 12 degrees, whoa, I mean, Caribbean weather, then it's going to go down to like 8, 6, 7 again. It is, sorry. So if it's going to, this is still great for digging through that hard soil. We do want to, if you are into your gardening, you will actually start getting out there in the next couple of weeks, no matter what, because you don't actually want to get behind on things, because it is really weird, because like my hydrangeas have started budding up, but obviously I've had to canoe to get to the garden bed because everything is just water sodden. This is a great tool for digging, chopping, weeding, planting, you name it. This is a great tool, and it will also cut through. We used to get a lot of vines on our last drive. We got a lot of vines that would actually just grow out from underneath. This was great for just chopping things down. So this will chop through a heck of a lot. You can give this some abuse. You can give it some stick, and it won't let you down. In fact, I don't think we ever had, and we've sold over 10,000 of these. None of them have been returned broken. It's an absolutely great tool.
Is that because it goes right the way down the handle?
Yeah.
What do you call it, injected?
Yeah, so basically, a lot of companies, they make the tools and the metal bar will stop here. We always making sure it goes down to here, so the handle and the bar is all part of the actual same tool, so it doesn't snap. This is great for just prying things up, digging. So if you want to plant bulbs, I'd use this side. If you want to plant plants, I'd use this side. If you want to chop through roots, I'd use this side. And then you can also scrape with it. You can actually use a serrated side with it, and it's great. Most of the tools are probably only about that big. This has got that extra length there, which means it can go down and it can chop. And I know I shouldn't do that
on my hob, no, or on my counter.
That's not on your counter, but that is it. Sorry, Choo Choo. Yeah, scared the cat, but that is it.
I do also think the size that it is, although it's powerful, it's great for bedding, because you can go in and out around all your actual plants to make sure you get the weeds out.
Yeah. And you get all that low-lying weeds as well. You get the herb robber, or you get the chickweed as well. This is really great just for getting under it and scraping it away. You right there, Tracy?
Jean said hello.
Hello, Jean.
And Jill, loving the show as per, but mesmerised by the cat that's watching you.
Yeah. Well, the cat doesn't normally get on the counter. I was a bit mortified I got on the kitchen table, and that is because our 14-year-old daughter received a humongous bunch. She received a humongous bunch of flowers on Valentine's Day.
Well, he's got to keep trying, hasn't he?
You can keep trying. And the cat's taken a bit of a liking to it and has suddenly started going on the kitchen table to get to them. So
eat the flowers.
Yeah.
Don't know why. He's a weird cat. What can I say? He basically goes in and out.
Chases butterflies and eats flowers.
Yeah. Sometimes he catches very vicious leaves, isn't it? So, and it goes every morning. He walks out into the garden, into the top corner of the
Or
garden
he
where
just
the bird.
watches the birds.
Yeah, and he just sits under there. He's got absolutely no chance, but he actually just sits under there. If he ever does catch a bird, I reckon he've actually committed suicide and just dived into him. But anyway, I'll just move on from this. Just to remind you, the code is Beach, BEACH. It's 20% off all our items that you've seen in this show. So it's just purely special items as a special offer. So that takes it down from £15 to £12. We live in a very expensive world nowadays. We're always arguing about food shops, aren't we, and how much stuff costs. Well, we think £12 for a tool that will do the job of 5 other tools, which is quality made, which will last you for years, is actually a really good investment. So yeah. Which one is next, please, Trace?
Well, you're on your last one now, which
I'm going
is
to
the
come back to the
suet
fat balls
pellets.
later. The suet pellets. All right, bear with me a second. Before we do, I just want to remind people of this. This is what we are launching. This is our liquid seaweed. This is a way of feeding your plants all the way through the spring and the summer. This is something which you can dilute up to 1 in 10. So this is a litre bottle, so you can make 10 litres. Put it into a watering can. Just apply on your pot plants, your bedding plants, or you can even dilute it. You can put it into a little spray bottle and you can spray it directly onto the leaves. Because this is natural, it will not scorch or burn your plants out or burn the leaves. And lots of plants actually take your nutrients through
What about your
there.
plant pots?
Indoors, outdoors, anything. It'll do absolutely
Because other
everything.
plant foods can damage your plant pots, can't they?
Some plant foods are actually, they've got like an X on them. If you look at them, they're actually hazardous. They can physically burn your skin, or they can actually burn. They can peel paint. Really, this won't do that. It's this is a normal, natural way to basically feed. Seaweed is the best way to get a lot of ingredients, which is called potassium, nitrogen, into your plants and help the roots develop. So this is great. As a 10 litres it makes in total.
Okay, so Jean,
Yeah.
She
Jean.
said that the free delivery is not working on the site. Oh no, she's just come back. Oh no, she sorted it. And Jeff said, "Keep up the good work, guys."
Cheers,
Jeffrey,
Jeff.
sorry,
Sorry?
Jeffrey, not Jeff.
Did you get a bit over familiar there, did you?
I did. I'm sorry.
Right, this is our last item before we go back to our fat balls. We're just going to talk to people about suet pellets. And suet pellets, people feed birds in different ways, and it ends up being your personal preference, and it ends up being what birds.
I think the birds show you what their preference is as well.
Yeah, they
Lots
do.
of time.
They do.
We always say we never had goldfinches in our last garden until you put
Sunflower.
sunflower hearts out.
Let's just get these here. These are a big difference.
These look like sweeties to me.
Yeah, I know people have said this before. So these are. Is this where you are? Tiki-toki people.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
So these are our suet pellets. You can see the colours in there. There's got the yellows, the reds, the greens. You'll also notice that they're quite small and short. If I take you across to the ones that we've actually buy from the garden centre, you'll see that they're pale, and you'll see some of them are that long. Birds either snap these, drop these on the floor, causes a mess, encourages furry little creatures.
Well, can they even get them out the feeder if they're that long?
Yeah, they can get them out, or they choke.
Be a bit like curly.
It's no good for fledglings whatsoever. So if you see people saying, "Oh, they're thin but they're long, they're good," then they're lying to you. This is what poor quality brings you, and long foods that cannot be digested are no good for birds. So these are our 5 kilogram box of bird food and suet pellets that we're bringing to you today. 5 kilogram will last you a heck of a long time.
Mhm.
I believe they were $19.99 on the website, as Tracy runs off to check that, which means these will be taken down to around £16. Obviously, you can order through the TikTok shop. If you order through other channels, it's free delivery at over £30. Or if you buy something that's over £30, it's good. So it's free delivery with TikTok as well.
Over £30,
Over
yeah.
£30 free delivery with TikTok. I didn't know that. So they come in this box here. This is our gold mix. Gold mix is we give you the best we can. We can't be the cheapest bird food supplier.
No, we don't want to be.
No,
If we were doing it cheaply, we wouldn't be doing it right.
no, very, very
God, I
true.
sound like him. I'm literally morphing into you now.
Aren't you so lucky?
No.
Yeah, but there is a big difference in bird foods, and it does go back to the quality. You can buy cheap, which, in all honesty, in my opinion, is actually wasting money, or you can buy something which the birds will enjoy. If the birds enjoy them, they keep coming back to your garden. They come back to your garden, they'll eat the aphids, they'll eat the slugs, they'll eat the snails. You'll see the little baby birds coming around. Just in a couple of months, you'll see little blue tits with little mohawks.
Oh,
That's
I
the
love them. My
fledglings.
favourite.
Yeah, you'll see them with little mohawks.
I
flying
quite
around.
like starling fledglings as well because they're really fluffy and they look bigger than the parents. Don't stop moaning about starlings.
No, that's not.
And we do always say, even if you don't buy our food, just feed the birds. But
Yeah.
what I would say is, I've joined a lot of bird social media groups,
Yeah.
and a lot of response, not necessarily about our product, because some of these are in America and other places,
Yeah.
and they will say that if they will buy the cheap brands, they'll recommend the cheap brands and say, oh, you can buy it for this amount, you can buy it for that amount. And other people reply with, yeah, it used to have that. As soon as I bought decent quality, they will no longer eat the
That's
other
very
ones
true, yeah.
because they are literally using so much energy getting through the floor sweepings, the fillers, the bulking agents, just to get to any kind of nutrition, that once they have something different,
Yeah.
they're never going to go back to doing that. So, even if it's not ours, just go for a better quality bird food, and we can just guarantee that ours
Yeah.
is a brilliant quality.
Let me show you the size difference. So ours, this little red pellet there, that's called a short chop pellet. It means a bird can put this into its gullet and it can fly off and eat in the same place. This is a standard suet pellet. It's got a bit of tallow in. It's got nothing else. Ours have got berries in. They've got dates in. They've got sunflower hearts in. They're made in the UK. I don't know where this comes from, but I know this can choke birds. So if you're looking to feed the birds, you're not looking to kill the birds. So
also, common sense tells you the birds want to grab and run.
Yeah.
They don't want to be
Yeah.
trying to break it in half or
Exactly.
get it out of a feeder.
exactly. So this is 20% off. This is the code BEACH, BEACH. This takes it from basically £20 to £16 if you want to buy through TikTok, you want to buy through the other channels. This is what you can get from any garden centre, and there's a reason why it's cheap. Buy big bags of it, it's fine. It'll go nowhere, and it's got naught in it. And I know that's me sounding almost aggressive. With Grumpy Gardener suet pellets.
Almost.
With Grumpy Gardener suet pellets, you can see the colours here. There are studies that show that birds are attracted to vivid colours because birds can see in like ultra HD. So if you think like sunflowers, you think like anything that has got like reds and yellows in, because birds like obviously to eat from flowers, sort of pollinators, all that malarkey. That's why they're attracted to it. So it said that birds will go to brighter colours as well, so that really helps you out. So they were £20, they're now down to £16, and they are great on that side.
Okay, we just got a few questions and then we need to wrapping up soon. Okay, missed it. So Keith's enjoying the show. Got lots of your products. They never fail to please.
Thank you,
Keith.
Pauline said, yeah, suet pellets, 2 boxes in her basket. Birds absolutely love these. Thanks, Joe.
Oh, wicked, thank you.
And Keith has said, just ordered 2 of the seaweed and that wonderful dirt angel.
Right, I want to know, Keith. Keith. Let's remember Keith. I like that name.
Keith's been on a few times.
Yeah, Keith. Let us know how that goes through the spring and summer. Take a pictures if you can, Keith. Do my job for me, Keith. Take pictures of what your plants are like at the beginning of the season, and then please tell us how they are.
You mean with the seaweed?
Yeah, and then tell us how they are. I'd like to know that. Before we go, because we had a bit of a mess up at the beginning, our technical marketing director.
Oh, but you meant the house mess.
No, me.
Loaded the wrong fat balls. Just so you know, these fat balls, they were £40. With the code BEACH, they're down to £32. Free delivery on TikTok or other channels. They are deluxe. They're 12.5 kilograms. And that's with the code BEACH, which is BEACH. That's 20% off. How are we doing for time?
Okay, we've got 1 minute and 25
We've got
seconds.
loads of time left. Well, you've seen everything today. You've seen the fat balls. You've seen the suet pellets. You've seen our seaweed, which we have just brought out. I'm looking forward to using this. I really am, because it will not burn your plants out. You have seen the Dirt Angel, which is from £15 to £12, which is pretty cool. You've seen our multi-cut tool here, which is like your scissors on steroids. This is like one of the most industrial ways of, well, you can cut your flowers or everything like that, but you can cut wire. You can use it as a box cutter, because you can use that blade there. And you've also seen, I'm sure you might love this.
Yeah. Proper assistant.
Yeah, you're going to cut my face, are you? No, just get something. You've seen our 4 ceramic ribbed planters, which should have been £35. You get 2 of them. There is 4 colour choices, and they are now £28.
Okay, so you've got 30 seconds left. A couple of comments.
Sorry.
Rushika loves her birds love the peanut butters.
Yep.
Pauline says, thanks, Joe and Sarah. Looking forward to the next show. And Jeffrey says the live streaming has frozen his end.
Sorry, Jeffrey.
Refresh.
Yeah, we don't know when our next live stream is. We're going to try and make it more and more available. It might be a 3-week gap, but we're going to try not be a 3-week gap.